Hey, sup YouTube, today I have a tiny Wonderlands build video for you guys, and in today's episode, we are looking at Hammer Tap. The idea was originally pitched by Casey Bob, and this is my attempt to optimize and actually making the build into reality. What this build is trying to do is that it is maximizing the damage of the Smithy spell. If you don't know what this spell do, it is basically the Wonderland version of the fish slap grenade in BL3. This spell actually do melee damage and it is scale of melee bonus, and it can proc melee double dipping skill. So we are using Spellshot so that we can spam this spell a lot, and also we are using Stabbomancer in order to get alchemical agent. And with the combination of those two, you get a very strong build that can take on a lot of bosses, including red bosses, and it's also really fun to play at the same time. But before the video starts though, remember to like, share, sub to the channel if you haven't done that already. Comment down below on what you think about this video, join the Discord server, and let's get in to the gear breakdown. For the gun, we are using a Hyperius weapon with the melee damage part, where it would give us 40% melee damage. This actually benefit our Smithy iron. The reason I'm taking a Hyperius rather than a Stabbomancer one, because Hyperius can actually get down to low mag, which can trigger the shell casing ring. Other than that, I'm using a Tuterator in order to apply a lot of melee damage, bolt or tooth. This is very essential for your damage formulas, as melee damage bow is a unique mode to most of your damage. So if you can get the Tuterator, be sure to get at least one weapon that can apply melee damage crossbow. Other than that, I'm using the Stabbomancer in order to, like in some situation where you cannot reach some enemy with your melee or Smithy iron, Stabbomancer is a great way to clear out the pesky enemy. I'm also using the live wire if for whatever reason you want to swing with your weapon. This is the option for it. Move on to the melee weapon. I'm using a goblin pickaxe with the 21% crit chance. You really need to have a high crit chance melee weapon, because that crit chance will be the way your Smithy iron scale up. This spell actually scale it crit chance of your melee weapon, and also goblin pickaxe is the highest crit chance weapon in this game, so I think this is the only option that you should be looking out for. The heal mod, there are various options you can get on this. You can get caustic if you want to improve your alchemical agent damage, archmage for more spell cooldown, and echo because it can reapply the alchemical agent damage one more time, which is really nice. To the shield, I'm using a curse with the Roy damage part on it. Be sure to get a low level one so that it breaks easily on this build, and be sure to get the health below 50% enchantment on this, as it would boost our survivability a lot. For the spell, obviously we are using the Mythic Iron. I'm using Ambidextrous, so you will need two of these for this build to work. For the enchantment in general, you would want some stuff that would buff your damage, like global damage, action skill start, spellcast gain global damage, and spellcast gain melee damage. This enchantment is really nice too, because it actually provides us with a lot of melee attacks, and because we are casting a lot of Smithy iron, this will proc a lot of time. For the rings, I'm using a shell casing ring with melee damage on it. As per usual, for shell casing ring, you would want your weapon that you are holding to be on low mark, so be sure to shoot it until the reload button appears. For the passive on the rings, you would want melee critical hit chance or melee critical hit damage. Other than the shell casing ring, you can also use a tough cuff, because it is the easiest ring to trigger its condition. Other than that, okay. Next up, for the armor, I'm using a Misatmic Mail in order to boost the alchemical agent damage, and the skill that you should run on this is as much point into contagion as possible, some point into exploit the weakness. It's also nice. Look for a Stabbomancer power 1, because that will buff your alchemical agent damage. For the passive, look for arrow damage, because the spell will actually get arrow damage or damage, because it helps with our double dipping formulas. melee damage because obviously this is a melee build. Other than that, movement speed can also be nice. Melee critical hit chance can also work here. That is some of the passive you should be looking out for. For the amulet, we are using a sacrificial skip so that we get more survivability. This is realistically the only amulet that you will need. But generally, you would want to prioritize passive over ability, which is either all damage or stated effect damage ignites on this amulet. Look for a Stabbomancer power 1 AC to buff accumulation again. And look for a fire 1 because Smithy are fire damage. I forgot to mention, you want to find some extra projectile and Spellshot on your spell. The extra projectile is very important because that basically double your damage. Move on to the skill tree. We are using Stabbomancer and Spellshot with ambidextrous as our action skill of choice. We start with haste, which gives us melee attack speed and movement speed, and because we are casting spell a lot, these bonus often get double, which is nice. Potent poison is for stated effect damage and stated effect duration, which help with our alchemical agent. Swift death is for more global damage. Exploit the weakness is really essential to our damage formula. This is unique to most of our damage, so this will just be a straight up multiplicative increase to your damage. Shadow step is for some utilities. If you want to actually swing with your weapon. Elusive is so that you can shoot and sprint at the same time, and the chance to evade can become handy at time. Contagion combination with accumulation create a triple dip, which in this game it is enough for it to be broken. So accumulation says that melee critical hit apply a random stated effect. This also means the Smithy critical hit will proc accumulation stated effect, and once the stated effect comes to active, there will be a chance that contagion will spawn another stated effect. This will triple dip your damage. 1000 cut is for more global damage, which will get triple dip in our formulas. Moving on to the Spellshot. Note that Smithy IR doesn't scale with spell damage at all, so we aren't speccing to spell sniper or double knot. What I'm trying to do with this skill tree is just trying to get as much utility out of our gun so that we can apply melee damage crossbow better. So we start with Prestidigitation for more reload speed, just warming up for more fire rate. For the mana is for spell cooldown rate. Last cannon is in order to get our warp down, which is very important for the curse width. High threat count is for more spell weaving stack, which help with our just warming up. Moving on to the hero stat, I'm using Alchemist Growth so that we get the most wisdom, which buff our stated effect damage. We are also maxing our constitution for survivability, so the rest of the point can go into strength because it buffs our crit damage. So that is it. That is a build. Hope you enjoy it. If you do, remember to like and share, sub to the channel if you haven't done that already. Comment down below on what you think about the build, which type of build should I showcase next. As always, the save file will be in my Discord, link in the description, and see you guys next time.